¿Qué pasa, amigos? Welcome to the Denver, North Carolina Hare Scrambles. As you can see, terrible start here in the AA class for me. Should have never traded the Yamaha for a Honda. Good thing these guys are making it easy for me. Started in the very back, but making some quick work. These racers just spread across the track everywhere. Just weaving in and out of them, making my way towards the front here. Nah, I'm just playing with you guys. This is the 3 o'clock race, very back row, and special guest Ray, my little brother, running the pit bike today. Sheriff 100, courtesy of our neighbors, letting us borrow the thing. I'm surprised it actually ran. You can see it took a lot of kicks there to get it started. So he's just out here having a good time. He raced my old bike, my 254 stroke in 250B class, and he's out here after that race with what little energy he has left. So just threw in a little bit of highlights for you. This is pretty fun and pretty interesting to watch. See the crowd or the fans out here loving it. There was only a few pit bikes, and he was lucky enough or dumb enough to get out here with these guys. Sweet line there. Would have liked to get that one on my big bike. So just a couple minutes here for those who are interested in seeing a little bit more of this. I'm gonna upload a whole video that I got of him, probably about 20 minutes or so of him riding. Pretty entertaining, if I do say so myself. Shout out Tyler Brutton there, pointing red the line. Big old mud hole there on the left. Mostly Sea Rider guys out here. So I'd say Ray's doing pretty good on the 100. He's killing it. Trying to pick some good lines. Get in too deep of a rut and get stuck on this bike. But that's how you do it right there. So I think we're about to get into the actual race here. Yep. So AA class for real this time on the new YZ250F. Deja vu, unfortunately. Don't know what happened. Just upgraded my battery and everything. Thing did not want to crank up. Just had to give the boys a head start. Make it hard on myself, honestly. Come up pretty quick on Brandon here, taking some tree samples. We got David James on the new Cowie 450X off-road model. He's got it all tricked out. A couple other guys, pretty sure Patrick Jones right there up in front of him. Good to see you back out here, Patrick. Or most people call you Pat. He been taking vacay. Also got the regulars out here, Keith Mitchell and Gary Greer, Andrew Venata. I know there's some other guys I'm forgetting. So looks can be deceiving here. Pretty muddy track, slick track, especially first lap. Just trying to not crash too hard. And sorry, it's pretty late at night right now. If I fall asleep, you guys wake me up here. Just comment. If it gets boring, just say we need more spice. Couple alternate lines. See David James finding the way. Just trying to follow him and get in the groove. Still getting some impressions on the Yamaha, setting it up here and there. Haven't really changed a whole lot. Not exactly where I like to be so far, but can't complain. Had a great time out here. No injuries. You'll see up here David getting the alternate line. Wasn't able to make any of the passes there. Come back on him. He works his way up through the pack. I'm pretty sure I passed Pat up here somewhere. Skipping ahead a little bit. Got Thomas Codwell on the Cowie. He put in a pretty good ride. Finished not too far behind me. See Pat trying to find a way around. Sad story. Pat Jones got a nice new GoPro Hero 8. We even set up some settings for him on the start line, but you know, technical difficulties, some way or another. Couldn't get the camera going. That would have been cool to get a little bit of video. I know he rode behind me for a good while, making the pass on him right here. He probably, yeah, he just let me by most likely, and I know Thomas let me by here. I don't know what they were thinking. I'll just be holding them up. Start heading up this way. See what we got. I think that, yeah, David James up here. Inside line right there is pretty good. If you don't go over the bars trying to get through the mud rut. Still lap one. David fell right there in the corner. Pretty slick in that one. He's gonna take off here. Got the 450 power down. Mine just the 250. But going back to the GoPro stuff, some people might be wondering what the little thing on my bar pad is there. That's my remote. I can turn the video on and off at will. Also can make sure it's recording and all. Pretty fun spot right here. Definitely could have got in trouble there. Big old mud ruts full of water. And this is going to be close to the end of the first lap. Coming down towards the starting area. There's Keith. I know he's thinking, he's like, heck no, I'm not letting Pete get by right here. So he turned it on. Don't know why he was chilling right there. Maybe he was checking out his bike. I know he had some bike issues. But that's the last thing he wanted, was to let me by. That's just how it is when you know somebody like that. I like some of the new trails they put in right here. Not too long, but makes things a little bit different than normal. Something new is always interesting. Come back on the start line here, power line as well. See what we got going on. Don't know about what place we're in, but yeah, you can see on there top right, lap 2 going in. See if we can keep up with Keith Mitchell here. He's on the Husky 350. Just loves that bike, honestly. He's such a beast. I don't even he's got it pretty much stock. Very impressed all the time with Keith's performances. I know he's steady working out. He's in his peak performance, where he's at his peak performance. Coming by the parking lot here, I know I set up my gas stop in that area. Pitted on, still got the stock tank on this motorbike. Pitted on like the 3rd lap or so. Sweet little line right here around the mud hole. We got Nick Vassy. taking some dirt samples. He's gonna come back to my rear tire after not too long. Managed to hold him off. I think he made some mistakes and dropped back. Ended up not finishing out the race. They made a little alternate line up here, goes up the hill to go around the mud on the left side. For normal North Carolina racers would know, right there on the left. Gets pretty bad. And this is going to go down towards the creek crossing. We'll try not to fall on the rocks up here. I'll check to see how far we get into this video. About a third of the way through. If you're still with me, appreciate it. Keith, technical issues or mechanical issues there, I mean. You'll see him on the next lap trying to figure out what's going on. Come back through. Good thing I have my goggles on. Pretty much going swimming there in that mud. Just gotta love that feeling when you get your boots soaked and your gloves wet. I know that's what ultimately sounded like got the best of Gary Greer. Having trouble hanging on to the grips with them covered in mud and stuff. Pretty hard to get a flow going on out here. I had two different maps set into my map switch on the handlebars, trying out some different stuff. Still, like I said, still putting in some hours on the bike. Haven't rode it a whole lot, but I really like the power. It's got really good all-around power on the bike. Shout out Nick Heisler. I guess that'll be his first race on the Honda there. He was telling me later on after the race had some issues with the clutch lever or so. So a lot of people having some problems. Here goes Pat. So you saw I passed him there on the first lap. He's coming back now. Took him a little bit to get up to speed, but he took off. He ended up getting third in the race. So good job, Pat. It was a great ride after being out for a while. I don't think it fazed you, man. Not too bad. Trails here in the pine section. Some of the stuff kind of reminds me of some enduro trail. So I do want to mention, before we get too far into this video, I've had a lot of people coming up to me lately, just saying, hey, you know, what's up? Are you Texas Pete 97 or whatnot? And I think that's really cool, so I appreciate you guys that have come by. I know Kenneth and Jared. Sounds like Jared's pretty new to racing North Carolina. He lives over in Durham. There goes Brandon. Got to meet Jared. He came by, saw me in the parking lot here at this race. Pretty real nice guy, very respectable, and he actually won the Open B class on a YZ252 stroke like Brandon here. Brandon was on his game today. Sounded like, according to his Instagram posts, he could have done better, but I think he did a great showing. Second race in AA. Good job, Brandon. He finished a spot ahead of me in the overall by a good margin. Very strong fellow Yamaha rider. See some of the spectators out here having a good time, hammocks and everything. This is gonna get pretty close back to the end of the lap here. This is where I was liking to hang out watching the 3 o'clock race with some friends. It was getting dark towards the end of it. It's getting dark real early these days. I know we left when it was dark outside already. There's my mom. Shout out to my mom. Thanks for coming. Had most of the family out here. Brought 4 bikes, 3 big bikes and pit bike. My dad was out here on his Husky 350. Just cruising around, having a good time. So it's going to continue here, the video, to just cut around, skipping ahead here and there. Last 7 to 8 minutes or so is just part of the 3rd lap. This actually was one of my slower laps. Took me quite a while to get settled in here, getting comfortable. Definitely some changes I want to make to the bike to get a little more settled on it. Need some good conditions and some time, some decent trails to tune on. Going back through the creek here, smaller creek that is. See Colton Brown coming around from the pro class. Had passed him earlier sometime. He's ripping a older model Husky 2-stroke. I think he's probably in the process of switching some bikes around before next season. Maybe a borrowed bike or so. But he's definitely still doing fine out here. He's always been real fast. Real nice guy, Colton Brown. That is. That's Dale Brown's boy. Some of you guys know the Trackside Church. That's his family that runs out there. Dale's always doing the prayer. Sometimes Dale's racing the AA class as well. It's cool to be out here for year after year. See some of the same people and great environment. Not a whole lot of analysis for you guys here. Just trying to pick decent lines. Honestly, for comparing what I'm doing here to what my brother was on that Honda, he's got the racecraft figured out. He had all kind of lines. Obviously, it's a lot easier to pick a way to go when you're going a little bit slower like he was. Try to stay on the left side up here out of the mud and take this high line on the inside. He's going to come back down towards the parking lot here. Normally when you see people out on the trail, you know that you're not too far away from the parking lot. Don't know exactly how long the loop was here, maybe 6, 7, 8 miles, something like that. Lap times for me was anywhere from 20 to 21 minutes. Of course, you know, the pro guys, fastest guys out here running the high teens. Pretty stacked pro class today. I'd have to double check, but it sounded like there was 11 guys pro class. Also 11 guys in AA. Pretty good turnout here. Denver's always pretty popular. You see Keith Mitchell here on the left working on his bike. And Keith's bike had a little, not 100% sure how, but the chain got jammed up. Had to take the wheel off to get it undone. But shout out to him. being a trooper, getting it fixed and finishing out the race. I know some of his laps after he put his wheel back on were faster than me. Little fun spot here, pretty fast. Try to jump over the ruts and come up the hill. Kind of like slot track car racing through some of these ruts. Especially this one down here. Some weird route in there, super slick. Pretty much knock your front tire every time around. Get a little log there to jump over. But the last few minutes here, feel free to enjoy. There's going to be a lot of lap riders that I end up going around. In the mud, doesn't take too long to catch some of these guys that aren't going quite as fast. I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm gonna head out. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. So signing off for now. Like I said, there'll be a pit bike video up from the 3 o'clock race. That'll be Ray running the GoPro. Thankful he didn't break it off. He's a I don't know what do you call it. Breaks everything. He's a little bull. Whatever he uses, he's gonna break it. This guy made me take the bad rut here. No problem though. Keep on trucking and carry this momentum into next week. Have to look and see. We're just living one day at a time for the most part. But we'll be back out here. I know I got some Mid-East races coming up. Have a good time. We'll see you guys out there. Thanks.